welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
I'm sure that recently you've noticed that eBay has put repeat buyer next to people that have purchased it.
I have noticed that.
And I've never asked you this before, so I'm going to ask you right on air because that always makes the best shows. Roughly how many repeat buyers do you think that you get from running through it? Do you see it regularly, or
lately, since I've been noticing it, I've been seeing it more and more. I mean, I'm guessing at least 50%. I mean, it's a lot because I sell like photos. I get the same 5 guys buying photos, or I'm selling dinky toys. I get the same 2 or 3. We just listed tons of new old stock phones. Mm-hmm. Same guys buying them, combining orders. We get a lot of multi-orders, combined orders. So I'd say 50% maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually higher than I thought, so that's good. And it kind of ties into today's topic and why I brought it up. You know I go to the flea markets regularly, correct?
I think we all know that.
And so I went to the local public market, which is one of the flea markets that I go to, and there was a gentleman there, I don't know if it was probably last year, I guess he started setting up. I'd never seen him before, and he had okay stuff. And, stuff that's worth $20, let's say. And I can't buy that exact stuff, but I can buy other $20 stuff at tables all throughout the flea market for $1, maybe $2.
Yeah.
If it catches my eye, I could pay $2 on it. And I've got a garage full of stuff like that. So I've got tons of $20 items that I've paid $2 or less on.
Okay.
So I went to his table, and he had a couple of okay items, that caliber of item. And I said, what do you want on these? And he goes, what's your offer? And there were like 5 items. And I think I said $5. And he goes, oh, I can't sell those for $5. I need 15. And I'm looking at them, and one of the items was a Coca-Cola magazine with Santa Claus on the cover. Mm-hmm. So it was a little bit better item, and I hemmed and I hawed, and finally I'm like, no, I need 15 out of them. So finally I said, something, I am going to buy them because I know that the Coke item will sell for, the $20-some. But geez, you're driving, thinking to myself, you're driving a really hard bargain. I'm out here all the time.
Why didn't he just say 15? Why play the game? Like you're going to offer him 100. That never happens. I mean, just say what you want. It's your stuff. Say what you want for it.
So I ended up buying him that time. I've never purchased from him again. I did sell the items and I did make a couple of dollars. I've never purchased from him again. And what I do is, obviously, when I walk around the show, my primary focus is on what the items are. I mean, obviously, I'm walking by the table. I look down to see what the items are. Yeah. I also do a quick look up to see who the dealer is. If it's a dealer that I know, I say hi, I talk to him, whatever. But I'm basically checking this stuff out. Well, I've gone by his table a couple of times, and again, he's had okay stuff. Things that $1 or $2 I would buy, and I could sell them for $15, $20. They're long tail items. They're absolutely nothing that I need. Mm-hmm. I don't even bother to ask him because I don't want to hear the what are you going to pay on it, and then be told that the $2 that I'm offering him is insulting and he wants $5 out of it, because I'm not going to give him $5 for it.
Right.
I still look every week, because you never know. He might have a $100 item out there, and if he does, then I will purchase it off of him. But he sets up, and I've never spent another $1 with him since that first week because of the bad impression that he gave me and the bad taste he left in my mouth, just the way he had handled that.
He's probably like that with everybody.
I would expect so. Yeah, I don't think he hates handsome white men. But I could spend, it's not a big deal, but I could probably spend $5 to $10 a week with him. And if he sets up at, I don't remember how many public markets there are, but say there are 18 of them a year, probably are. If I'm spending $100 to $150 a summer with him year after year after year, and he has other people doing the same thing, you're making an okay buck off of your regulars. And he obviously picks stuff up all the time. If he cultivated me as one of his regulars, I mean, I've had it before where I've shown up there, and the dealers that know me have said, hey, I got stuff in the van. I want to show you. Are you interested in it? He figures out what it is that I'm interested in. he all of a sudden doesn't even have to put it out. You know, he gets my business card, he gives me a call, he doesn't even have to bring it there, he makes the sale right to me.
He opens a curtain and invites you into the back of the truck, sure.
Yeah, right, exactly. I get a little candy, it's wonderful. But he closed the door on any of that.
Yeah.
Because of his first reaction, when I first wanted to do it. He was thinking short term, not long term. Right. And it's the same way that you wouldn't have all of those repeat customers if you were just worried about top dollar out of every single sale.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, even at this point with the inventory I have and I don't need to buy, I have a whole new outlook. When people come in, if it's something I don't really need and they want me to make an offer, I go, I don't make offers. It's your item. I really don't need it. If you want to tell me what you want, to be willing to entertain that, but I'm not going to make you an offer on something I don't really need.
This is breaking news. I did not know this.
Yeah. A lady came the other day with Pokemon cards. There was a Charizard, there was early stuff, it was a binder, probably 20 early foil stuff. And I don't even know what the stuff's worth. I didn't look them up, but they're probably $500 to $1,000, probably retail, just because the Charizard's $300, $400, $500. It wasn't in mint condition, but whatever. And she goes, I've been shopping it around. And I said, well, what do you want? What offers? She goes, I want to see what you want to offer me. I go, I really don't need them that badly. If you want to come up with a price, So the next day I got like 5 phone calls, 5 voicemails from her. I was offered $4,000, but I'll sell them to you for $4,500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was nice of her. But but again, that's my new outlook. I don't need this stuff. I don't care if I get it. If you walk out the door, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But if it's a deal where, hey, I got 12 Mickey Mantle autographed items and a couple Tom Brady rookies and this and that, well, it's a different story. I would want that stuff. I need it. It's hard to find. I can make good money. I'll come up with a price if I have to make the deal that way.
Right. Yeah. No, it's that's interesting on that over there. You caught me. For once, I'm caught silent because I don't know how to react to that. I didn't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not fun when you don't know what's going on before the show
starts.
New
things about Mr. Magazine every day.
But I guess the advice that I would give to anyone out there, and I think Mr. Magazine will back this advice, is cultivate the repeat customer. I know that good friend of the channel, Auction Professor, always talks about he always has the same people that buy from him because he sells in a niche between the buttons that he sells and between the trade cards that he sells, that the same people buy from him all the time. Well, if he sat there and if he were, dug his heels in and said, I need $100 out of that, that's just the way that it is, and was a jerk to people, occasionally they might buy from him if they look and they're like, oh, geez, this is a trade card. It's absolutely the last one that I need for a set. I don't like this guy, but I'm going to bite my tongue and give him $100 for it. But otherwise, they wouldn't be buying from him. They wouldn't be buying the regular stuff from him. They wouldn't be. So that's why it's always very, very important to try to cultivate the repeat customers. One thing that I've noticed also, and I do it as a buyer, not on eBay, but I do it as a buyer when I'm out places, is I do have people occasionally, especially if they want to attempt to get a better price on it, point out that they're a repeat buyer. I don't know if you have people saying that as well,
absolutely, yeah.
which is absolutely fine as well. It's a repeat buyer. Okay, I take that into account a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to give you a $100 item for $5 because you bought something from me before. But I do appreciate the business, and we can negotiate at that point just off of the fact, you've bought from me before. You're right. You bought from me 3 different times before. All right, I can give it to you for 75 instead of 80, which is what I would ask somebody else. So it does pay to cultivate as well. And I just thought of this because, again, the gentleman had remember the Present Company?
Yeah, I do.
He had a catalog, but it was no special catalog, no toys or anything at all like that. It was one of their little circulars. And I looked at it, and I'm like, this will go for $20, something rather like that. I'm like, and as soon as I saw who it was, I'm like, well, I'm not even going to ask what he wants on it because I know he's going to want too much, and it's going to... Those are things that they either sell within the first week or they sell 8 years from now.
And that's when you got to program yourself when it's something like that and it's tempting and you're thinking about it. Think about the garage. Do I need that? Do I want to give him $5 when I really want to be paying $2, or do I want to go in my garage and pay nothing and pull out a $20 item?
And I probably have that Present Company catalog out in the garage as well.
Or 3, and give it a whole decade of them. Yeah, sure.
So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do cultivate the repeat customer. It makes everything so much easier. You don't have to reintroduce yourself to the repeat customer. He knows your product. He knows how you pack things. He knows your procedures.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much easier for both sides when you keep buying from the same place.
Sure.
So do be a repeat viewer of this. Do hit the like button, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.